wish Mr. Ashwini Kumar was even half right of what he is saying. Unfortunately, the government of India's own figures don't substantiate what Mr. Ashwini Kumar is saying. The stock market doesn't really reflect the sentiment that the government wants the nation to believe. Unfortunately, you can fudge your figures, you can fudge your arguments, but the reality is there staring blank on your face. There is an income disparity, there is no spending on the part, there is no cash in the hands of the common man, and on the other hand, the Chinese economy is not doing well, the European Union economy is not doing well, even the US economy is not doing well. The whole world is looking at India as an investment destination, and here is a government which is not able to create the kind of confidence among the investors
through its own actions,
through
decisions like retrospective taxation.
Even, I mean, I didn't mention the coal mess that they have made. The Prime Minister's office has taken certain decisions because of which, I mean, we are going to end up with about 1 crore of NPA as far as the energy sector is concerned. 1 crore of NPA, because more than 21,000 odd megawatt of power supply should have been in the pipeline, and it is stopped
because of regulatory
only
hassles.
Because of the regulatory hassles.
But that's a question that the minister must answer, because I was speaking to some people from private
equity, I'm going to answer.
From hedge funds. They're concerned that India is becoming a laughing stock, minister, because any government which takes a decision, that decision can be changed later, the investments can be nullified. They're saying that this is not a country with a firm growth trajectory, this is in fact a banana republic. That's the view foreign investors are taking in private now.
Not only the foreign
two things. First of all, let me correct Mr. Seshadri. We have increased our coal production by 1% over last year. We have added 20,000 megawatts of electricity over the last year. We have created 7,900 kilometers of roads, 261 PPP projects, 2 ultra mega power projects, the Mundras of Tata's and Sasan of the Reliance, and a host of other investments have in fact come. As far as the foreign investors and bankers' perception of India being a banana republic is concerned, let me tell you, had we been a banana republic, we would not have stuck to our decision for what you call the retrospective taxation. Let me tell you, India is no banana republic. India's democracy has deepened, its economy has deepened, it is a $1 trillion economy, very strong financial and regulatory and robust mechanisms in place, a deepened financial market in place, a huge consumption power, and Mr. Seshadri says people don't have money to spend. I think the reason for inflation is that a lot of people have got fair amount of money to spend. That is what is spurring consumption. You want to look the other way on facts? Please do so. The fact is absolute poverty has declined. The fact is more and more people have been empowered. Farmers, tribals, workmen have been empowered. And look at the current wages. The fact remains that we are affected by the global economy, and we will continue to take such steps as are in our power to again restore the confidence. That is our mandate. We will do it. We are not running away. I'm not shirking away from that responsibility. But let's not distort facts. Let's not be cynical. The fact is that we are all citizens of this great country. At some point of time, we must not undermine our own accomplishments. A lot more can be done. A long road has to be traversed. Nobody doubts that. But please don't underrate yourself.
I wish Ashwini Kumarji would speak a few words about the achievements of the NDA government also. Unfortunately, the achievements of NDA governments have not been highlighted by this government, and they have not been able to take the process further. That's the biggest problem. At least then they could have said that the left government, the left parties did not allow them. But since 2009, they don't even have the burden of left parties on them. The most important thing is, if at all there is a turnaround in this economy, in this country's economy, which I believe probably it will come not because of this government, but in spite of it.
Well, that's the way it's been for the last several months. Whatever
Thank you very much. At least as long as it's going to overturn is fine.
Well, you've heard from the government, you've heard from the opposition, you've heard from the corporate India. The saddest part of this entire debate is everybody knows what needs to be done to bring the economy back on track, but because of bitter acrimony, because of partisan politics, we're not seeing the growth, the reforms which are required to push things further actually coming to the table and being implemented. And that's why so many investors are fleeing with their money from India, and what a sad story that is. Mr. Ashwini Kumar, Mr. Seshadri Chari, Mr. Adi Quadri, for joining me on the center stage face-off this evening. Thank you very much.